Now, why are the children more prone to poisoning? Because they have a very curious nature. They want to explore everything. They want to put everything into their mouth. So everything, they have the propensity to put everything in the mouth. And of course, whatever you say to them, you stop it, they will definitely do that thing. So they are very much very prone to poisoning. Now, talking about the type of poisoning, most of the time, the poisoning in the children is accidental. And 50% of the times, the children are less than 6 years of age. If they are more than 6 years of age, then it could be homicidal or suicidal. But that is the age will usually be between 12 to 19 years of age. Yes, most of the children, when they come to us in the emergency, they would have taken very small amount of it, maybe some amount of syrup or one or two tablets. But yes, you have to keep this in mind that if the children are very small, maybe less than 5 years of age, then even one or two tablets can prove to be lethal. So that is what you need to know. Now, what are the types where the small amount can also be lethal? Just see here, you can have the tablets like calcium channel blockers, theophylline, tricyclic antidepressants, opioids, amphetamine, organophosphorus, if at all in the household, if some malathion or parathion is there, very small amount can also be lethal, especially in a child who is very small. Naphthalene balls, kerosene oil, and camphor. These are all household poisonings, which I will talk in the next part. But yes, a very small amount of it can also be lethal at times. So these are the things which you must keep in mind. Now, how do you approach child? As I said, the first important thing is the history. History. The accurate and brief history is important. Whether the child has got acute onset of symptoms, how has been the alteration of status, children is normal or in alteration in sensorium, and you have to find out by history that whether the household stress has been there or not. Sometimes the children, especially the adolescents, they take the, like as for the suicidal or for a homicidal attempt, they take the amount and then you need to assess the household stress. Maybe it could be an exam stress. So if it is an exam stress, they would like to consume some tablet if there is a lot of peer pressure or the pressure from the parents. Now, whenever the child has come to us in the emergency, you have to find out what, if you can know that what has been the amount. Sometimes the parents or the relatives bring the card or the page that what has he taken. They can bring the label, and then you need to know what is the, if you can find it out, what is the poisoning if the fellow has taken. How much the concentration has been there, how much has been taken, the quantity, whether they are tablets or syrup, and how much has been taken. When was it consumed? Because it is very important. If supposing it is within the few hours, then the decontamination measures can also be taken. So you need to know what is the time of ingestion. Any pre-hospital management has been done before the child comes to you in the hospital, whether anything or the child has got some morbid conditions. You need to know whether the child has already been suffering from any chronic ailment for which and now on the top of it, the child has taken some poisoning or some drug. But you must keep this in mind that at times, supposing it is suicidal or they want to avoid something, then the children or the relatives, especially the relatives, try to mislead us. So you need to be very careful in the whenever you get a case of a poisoning. Now coming on to the symptoms. Now symptoms is better. I mean, you find out whether the child has got the drug by injection or something has been there. What are the symptoms? Whether the child has got, supposing the history of the having child having taken some caustic poisoning, which is in the household, some phenol has been taken. So that's a corrosive poisoning. So you need to find out by symptoms there will be that there will be burning of the mouth. They may come with the acid, I mean, they may come with a very soreness. They may come, the child has got too much of excessive salivation. That also could be the one of the symptoms of the acid poisoning. And then the burning sensation will be there, and the child may also come out with the some blood in the from the mouth. So you need to know what kind of a poisoning has been taken and what are the symptoms. So that is what I will talk in little detail about the acid and caustic poisoning. So symptoms are that whether the child has got excessive drooling, has got some respiratory problems, has got stridor, has got some dysphagia. So those kind of symptoms the child may come to us with whenever there is a. So in symptoms could be by ingestion, and if the poison has been due to inhalation, then the child may come to us with cough, and there could be breathing difficulty, and there could be the symptoms also could be dermal, and that could be itching or redness could be there. See, some of the drugs they can absorb by the skin, and then the child may come to us with some other poison with the redness and itching. So you need to know all the symptoms, how the child has been presenting to us.